Hey guys, it's Scarecrow, what if? And today I am doing What if Deku was a Todoroki? Now, before I get into this what if, Izuku is going to be trained by Zoro and Mihawk because as you can see in the picture, Izuku has a sword. So yeah. Izuku, his Izuku's fire is going to be 10,000 times hotter than anything that Endeavor or Dobby can do. So yeah. Izuku is going to have white flames instead of orange flames as you see in the picture. Izuku, well, we start the video, well not video, we start this what if with Izuku. Izuku is at Endeavor's house. Oh yeah, YouTube, none of these pictures belong to me. I do not take credit for these pictures at all. Do not subject me to copyright or anything. So yeah, now that that's out the way, make sure to like and subscribe. So yeah, Izuku's over at Endeavor's house because it's pretty much where he lives, and Endeavor's trying to make the perfect child to take down All Might. What he didn't know was he already made two childs that could have easily taken down All Might if he would have treated them right and took care of them. But I digress. These two kids are two children that Endeavor made that could have taken down All Might in his prime was Izuku and Dobby. So Izuku runs away with Dobby because yeah. But before he did that, he would tell Todoroki because Todoroki is around. And Izuku's older than Todoroki by 3 days. So yeah. Izuku is 9 years old. So Izuku's gonna have a long time to train. Plus it's 10 months. So yeah. So Izuku would tell Todoroki about Izuku and Todoroki are close. They're really good. They're super close. They're closer than almost anybody in their family. And Izuku, he tells Todoroki, he says, "Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be running away. You have to stay here though, and don't come looking for me." So yeah, Izuku runs away now. And Izuku, him and Toya, which is Dobby, they exchange phone numbers because they didn't have each other's phone numbers. So they're running away together. And Izuku and Toya exchange phone numbers. That way they could keep in contact with each other. Toya tells Deku everything that he's doing. Like he offered Deku to be the commander to his league. And yeah. Okay guys, sorry. That was a scam call. How I know was because none of my family members would have told me to would have gave me access to Marriott Hotel. So yeah. Izuku ran away with Toya. And they go their separate ways. And Toya offered Deku a commander position on the league, on his miniature League of Villains thing. So Izuku says, "Sorry, Toya, I'm going to have to decline." And Toya says, "Okay, it's your own loss." And Izuku would go his separate ways, and Toya would say, Izuku, make sure to keep in contact with me. And Izuku would say, of course. Instead of Izuku having green hair, he would have black and white hair. The reason why it would be black and white is because Deku, he's able to. I already told y'all Izuku's flames is 10,000 times hotter than anything Dobby and Endeavor could do. So Deku has white flames as long as black. Well, as Izuku also has white flames. So Izuku's hair would turn black and white, and Endeavor would remember Izuku's black and white hair. Y'all might be like, why does he remember it? Because y'all are gonna see why soon. So Deku, he's just walking around. He goes into the woods. And as Izuku's walking 3 miles into the woods, he finds this abandoned town as well as a castle on top of a hill. And only Izuku would hear two swords clashing together, which these two swords would be Zoro and Mihawk. Mihawk trying to get the title as #1's best swordsman back, because what's his name, Zoro managed to steal that title away from Mihawk. So yeah, Deku, he sees them, and he sits down and he's observing them fighting. And Izuku, I should probably mention this, Izuku can do many things with his fire, such as teleportation, pocket dimension thing. Izuku's able to make a fire pocket dimension, to where he's able to put anything inside of there except for humans. And he's basically able to stir like swords, or Izuku's basically able to put anything inside of that pocket dimension except for humans. So Izuku's just observing them, and Izuku is also able to create weapons. Izuku can fly. Izuku can turn his whole body into fire, like Perkis the Ace is able to do in One Piece. So yeah, Izuku is able to do that. And Izuku, he's getting excited because the fight is getting more and more intense. And Izuku imagined a sword in his hand. And next thing he knows, a sword appears. And Mihawk would lose. Mihawk wouldn't have his life taken or anything like that, because Mihawk and Zara are rivals. They enjoy each other's rivalry, so they won't kill each other. So yeah. Izuku's also gonna learn how to use Haki, as long as Zoro's three sword style and Mihawk's sword style. So yeah, Izuku, they finally notice Izuku as Zoro won the fight. Izuku would clap his hands, and they would notice Izuku, and they would say, "Who are you, and what are you doing here?" Izuku would say, "Oh, ran away from home. Didn't have anywhere to go, so I came into the woods, and I found y'all two fighting, so thought I would sit down and watch." And Izuku would have been studying on how to use a sword. He's decent at it. He ain't nowhere near a master just yet. So yeah, Izuku is nowhere near a master yet. But Izuku's, that's gonna change very soon. So, and Izuku says, can I go a practice round with y'all? Well, with one of y'all? And Mihawk would smirk you about, yeah, sure, you can go up against me. And Mihawk not expecting Izuku to know how to use a sword. So, I'm just gonna say, they had a spare sword laying around somewhere. So, Zoro handed Izuku a spare. And Izuku says, okay, thank you. And, Mihawk and Izuku would proceed to, spar. And, Mihawk would be surprised that Izuku knows how to use a sword this well. And Mihawk would say, have you used a sword before? And Izuku says, kind of, I've been studying. And Izuku's still kind of shy, which is going to say the same. And Izuku, he can be shy, but then he can be bold at the same time. Izuku basically has split personalities, is what I'm trying to say, basically. So Izuku's kind of shy around them, so yeah. And Mihawk says, how long have you been studying? Izuku says, 2 years. And Mihawk says, with the way you're fighting, it seems like you've been studying for 5 years, man. And Mihawk would say, well, since you, ran away from home, do you mind if, I take care of you and, I can teach you how to use a sword? And Zoro would be like, no, I'm gonna teach him how to use the sword. After all, I'm the best swordsman. And, Mihawk would say, in your dreams. And Izuku would say, are y'all two friends, or enemies, or rivals? Something like that. And, but the Navy wouldn't exist. I'm just gonna say, the Navy was destroyed by Luffy. And, Luffy basically, died whenever he destroyed the Navy, because I'm gonna say somebody managed to kill him. So yeah, Izuku basically does not have a captain. I'm not Luffy. Zoro doesn't have a captain, so Zoro is basically just living there with Mihawk. So yeah, Deku, he's being trained by Zoro and Mihawk, and okay, I said Izuku was 9 whenever he ran away. 3 years later, so 10, 11, 12. Okay, so when Izuku is 12, he finally masters 3 sword style as well as Mihawk's sword style. So, and Izuku is thankful for them taking care of him and stuff. And I should probably mention this, Izuku is not dumb. Izuku is insane. It's scary how smart Izuku is, basically. Because Zoro is pretty stupid. I'm not gonna lie there. But Mihawk on the other hand, Mihawk's incredibly smart. So yeah, Izuku is a master strategist. Izuku is a master at sword fighting. And Izuku is just chilling one day, and Mihawk, not Mihawk, one of Izuku would have to fight one of the Izuku would have to fight the monkeys that lived on the island that Mihawk lived on. So Izuku's gonna have to fight those monkeys today. And one of the monkeys made Izuku mad, and Izuku uses Conqueror's Hockey. And Zoro and what's his name? And Mihawk are surprised that Izuku can use hockey. And they noticed that it was Conqueror's Hockey. So they said more than likely Izuku can use at least another one, or rarely, if he's lucky, he would be able to use all 3. which Izuku is able to use all three. Spoiler alert. So, Izuku spends. Okay, so he's 12, 13, 14. Izuku spends 2 years. He mastered Conquerors and Observation. And Izuku, he's struggling on using armament. Even now, Zoro is giving Izuku really good details on how to use it effectively and all of that. Izuku is still struggling with that. And yeah. One day, Mihawk told Izuku, he says, "Look, Izuku," and Izuku says, "Yes, me and Zoro, we're very sick. So any day now, we're going to pass away. We don't want you to stop training or anything. We want you to continue training. We don't want you to feel sad or anything. Just keep training and be the best you can possibly be." And Izuku took that to heart. And Izuku's been telling Toya everything that they've done for him and all that. So yeah. 3 days later, Izuku finally masters armament. And that happened to be the day that they passed. So Izuku he's running into into the castle. And Izuku was only able to keep Conqueror's Haki up for 5 minutes. And Izuku managed to keep Conqueror's Haki up for as long as he wanted to. Whenever he mastered it. So Izuku he runs into the castle to find Zoro and Mihawk to tell them the good news. Izuku finds them dead. Their lifeless bodies on the ground. Mihawk with a note in his hand. And as the note said, "Dear Izuku, we're so sorry that we had to pass away like this, but not really much we could have done. And me and Zoro had one request of you. You would take our swords, as long as my cross on my neck, which is a tiny knife, which I've taught you how to use that. And he would say, me and Zoro wanted you to use these weapons. Not use oh, hold up. I'm still recording. Sorry guys, I have to pause the video for a second. So as Deku is reading the letters, Izuku starts crying a little bit, and he calls what's his name, Toya. Izuku calls Toya, and Izuku explains to Toya what happened, and Toya says, "Oh, I'm sorry for your loss." And Izuku says, "It was okay. They knew that they were gonna die any day. They just didn't know when." And Toya says, "That sucks." He says, "Yeah, but it's no big deal." But Izuku's kind of crying. And Izuku would have one yellow eye, like Mihawk. So yeah, Izuku he goes back to Endeavor. Well, he goes back to the Todoroki residence, and Izuku would walk in one day while Endeavor was at work, and Todoroki would see him. He was like, "Who are you?" Izuku says, "Hey, calm down, Todoroki. It's me, Izuku. Remember?" And Todoroki would be like, "Izuku, is that you? Are are you being serious? Izuku would say, yes, I'm completely serious. And Todoroki would run up to Deku and hug him, and then gut punch him. And Todoroki would proceed to say, why did he leave me with him? You said I couldn't come with you, but the least you could have done was take me with you and leave me with somebody else. And Deku says, yeah, that wouldn't have worked. But hey, I'm back. And yeah. So Izuku would say, so have you used your fire yet? And Izuku would notice a scar. He would say, did it never cause a scar? And Todoroki would proceed to say no. Mom did it because I looked like him. So she fixed that. And Deku would say, okay. So, and Deku has a soft spot for his mother. So yeah, Deku, he would proceed to carry out with why he came there. He would tell Todoroki that he's back from the years of training he has done, and only Deku's going to have hockey in this. I might give somebody observation hockey or something like that, but other than that, I'm most likely not going to give anybody hockey. So Deku, Izuku, Deku says, so how's school been? And Todoroki would proceed to say, well, school's been good. Yes, this is the first day of the 10 months of training for UA. Izuku says, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Want me to train you? And Todoroki would say, yeah. Izuku would say, well, I mean, it really won't matter because Izuku would say, well, my flames are way hotter than Dad's, and maybe if you you would most likely never be able to beat him with any of your ice. So maybe you possibly beat him with your fire quirk thing. He was basically saying like, oh, I can beat you without using my fire quirk, and he would say Endeavor could probably do it too. And Todoroki would say, I'll use my fire quirk to defeat I'll use both my quirks to defeat Endeavor or something like that. And Izuku would say, okay, I can teach you how to use your fire quirk. It won't be the fire intensity is most likely not going to be as hot as mine, but And Todoroki would have yellow fire. It's slightly hotter than blue flames, which Izuku has access to yellow fire. He doesn't use it because it's kind of burn for him. If he needs to use something hotter than blue flames, he uses white flames. So yeah. He only uses black flames as the last resort because black flames they are not able to be put out. Izuku, he has to be insanely mad to use black flames. So yeah, Izuku would have light and black hair to resemble the the black and white flames that he has. So yeah, Deku, Izuku, he would be mad. Not mad. Izuku would basically teach, um, Izuku would teach, Shoto how to use his flames. And Izuku, he helps Todoroki be able to use his ice. Todoroki is able to use his ice and fire at the same time. But Izuku's fire is so hot that Izuku's basically able to Izuku is hotter than the sun. Like, if the sun basically Izuku is the sun. Like, Izuku's flames are hotter than the sun's flames, which, yeah, that's a feat. That's a really big feat to accomplish, which no one's ever accomplished that but Izuku. And one day Izuku would be sharpening his swords, and Todoroki would have enough of dealing with Endeavor. So Todoroki would say, I challenge you to a fight. Dad? That's what Todoroki would say. And Endeavor would say, oh, so you finally think that you can beat me with only using your ice? And Todoroki would smirk, and Endeavor would try to fight Izuku, or not Izuku, Todoroki, and Todoroki would proceed to Todoroki would proceed to destroy Izuku would, or not Izuku, Todoroki would proceed to destroy Endeavor. And the sled villain happened, but it happened to Bakugo. And Bakugo got one fall. So yeah. So Bakugo's going to be he's gonna be super cocky. So yeah. Izuku he would see Todoroki completely destroy Endeavor. And Endeavor would be furious, but he wouldn't be able to do anything because Aizawa is there for plot reasons. I'm tired. I haven't slept all night. And it's daytime where I'm at right now, so yeah. Deku, he would proceed to Deku, he would just go outside and congratulate Todoroki. And Eraser would be like, who are you? And Deku would say, oh, I am Izuku Loki. Because it sounds better than Izuku Todoroki, so it's Izuku Loki. So yeah. Deku, he would introduce himself and he would say, and you must be Eraserhead, also known as Aizawa. And Eraser would say, you've heard of me? And Izuku would say, yeah. And then Endeavor would say, what are you doing here, Izuku? And Izuku would say, oh, I just taught Todoroki how to use his flames. And yeah. What's his name? Endeavor would say, you can never beat me. Izuku says, oh really? I don't think I could. Izuku would say, how about this? I'll make a deal with you. And, what's his name? Endeavor says, oh, what's the deal? And Izuku says, well, if I'm able to beat you just by looking at you, you have to do anything and everything I say for 3 weeks. And Endeavor would say, okay. And if you beat me, then I have to do anything you say for 3 weeks. And Eraser is just looking at Izuku. He says, are you sure? And Izuku says, yeah. Here, you can even erase my quirk. I won't even use my quirk against him. And what's his name? Eraserhead would say, you're overconfident, but hey, you might win. I can't say for sure. So, here you go, kid. Eraser would just erase Izuku's power, and Izuku would just look at Endeavor, and Endeavor would pass out. And everybody would, not everyone, Eraser would freak out because the kid just looked at Endeavor, and Endeavor passed out. And Eraser would say, what's your quirk? Izuku says, fire control. My fire is so hot that not even Endeavor can defeat me whenever it comes to firepower. So yeah. And Endeavor would wake up 3 hours later, saying what happened, and Izuku would just say, I knocked you out just by looking at you. And Eraser would be there to back up Izuku's story. And Eraser would be mad. I'm not Eraser. Endeavor would be mad. And Eraser would say, I erased his quirk. And somehow, he defeated you just by looking at you. I don't know what he did, but he won by KO. Tired, sorry for yawning. And Deku, he would just go, and Izuku would proceed to. Izuku would go back to his room, and he would sleep. And Izuku, he would be sleeping in his sleeping bag, because why not? So Izuku would be in his sleeping bag, just sleeping, and Izuku would tell Endeavor, you have to listen to Todoroki for 3 weeks. And Endeavor would say, that wasn't part of the plan. Izuku says, well, you have to listen to me for 3 weeks, so basically you don't have a choice. Either that, or I can just incinerate you. And Endeavor would say, but that's not very hero-like. He would say, it doesn't look like I kill. So yeah. Well, how long is this video so far? Yeah, I'm gonna end it right here, guys. Scarecrow, what is, and I'll be making the part 2s sometime today. Well, guys, goodbye.